probably like 5 security guards come at me, grabbing my legs. I'm like kicking them off. I'm like, dude, like I'm willing to get kicked out at this point. Like, this is worth it. And as soon as the security's grabbing my legs and all this shit, like as he sees me, looks at me, he's like, get that motherfucker, like get him up here. And I'm like, he's like, you hear me, like you got me up. And they just grab me down. They're kicking me out, like 2 guys on my arms, they're kicking me out. And then finally he's like, no, he's with me on the mic. And one of his guys who does production for him comes over. He's like, nah, he's good.
Welcome. Thank you for hopping on the Nicola podcast.
Of course.
We were all just at Travis Scott this weekend. Wags and I were both there too. What did you think of the show, like overall?
The show was unreal. I mean, the production they put into that concert is insane.
So I've been to a couple Travis Scott concerts before. I went when he opened for Kendrick Lamar on the Damn tour.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went for, what would it have been? When I was at Penn State. Astroworld.
Tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went for the Astroworld tour, and that was on my 20th birthday. And like both of those concerts I thought were way better than what he did on Saturday night, and I was honestly pretty disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different vibe now, like that he doesn't perform like in the Astroworld or like Bird songs, but I mean, like, I don't know, I kind of respect it. Like, he had his Astroworld time, he had his Bird time, and kind of like this new Utopia is like, I like it. It's like, or it's just a different vibe, you know?
You weren't a big fan of Fiend 12 times, right?
Dude, I was ready to blow my brains out, and I was there with my girlfriend too, and she doesn't watch this shit, so I know I can say whatever I want, but she was ready to like cry, and we almost had to leave. But
I think Brady was there though. He might have done it. Yeah, I'm pretty
He was
sure.
like shouting out Brady.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tom Brady was there, and he played
Honestly,
12 times, 4-time Brady.
okay,
be
if I knew
honest,
that,
respectable.
that's sick.
I'm actually going to contradict that. I don't think Brady was there.
No?
I think he's skiing in Montana right now.
You're right, he was.
He's
I saw
skiing
that story
in Montana
too.
right now.
Well, I mean, 12.
I'm sorry to like...
No, you're probably right, but I mean, like, I think 12 was for Brady.
It was totally for Brady, and he on Utopia, he said like Brady in 2 different songs.
Oh, yeah.
There was like 2 different songs that he was like, Tom Brady, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it was crazy. But I mean, the reason we're sitting down right now talking is because you found yourself on stage on that fucking whatever you want to call
on
it.
that little ride.
Yeah, how was that?
It was unreal. I mean, I think honestly, like, I manifested that moment because like I knew exactly where I was gonna sit and exactly what I was gonna do as soon as, you know how there's a point in all the Utopia concerts where like they get someone on stage, obviously. So I went to a concert in his concert in Atlanta like 2 months ago, and I kind of like just saw the whole layout and like how the concert was going and when they asked if I want to go on stage. So like when I came to the one in Boston, I just strategically knew I was gonna sit right next to like the big subwoofers, like who do like bass for the guys on the floor. So like that was like probably like 8 feet, like yeah, probably around 8 feet. So I sat in the front row of the lodge, right in front of one of those, and I just waited till the moment where he calls someone on stage. And I brought my boy who like does photography because I knew this was gonna happen. So like had him get ready, and then as soon as like that robot sound came on, I like jumped on that, and I knew that would just get security all over me. So probably like 5 security guards come at me, grabbing my legs. I'm like kicking them off. I'm like, dude, like I'm willing to get kicked out at this point. Like, this is worth it. And as soon as the security's grabbing my legs and all this shit, like as he sees me, looks at me, he's like, get that motherfucker, like get him up here. And I'm like, he's like, you hear me, like you got me up. And they just grab me down. They're kicking me out, like 2 guys on my arms, they're kicking me out. And then finally he's like, no, he's with me on the mic. And one of his guys who does production for him comes over. He's like, nah, he's good. I jump the barricade. Guy brings me over to the guy who puts the harness on me. Like, that's where you can see me in the Jumbotron.
No,
I'm
tunnel?
like, yeah, I'm fucking shocked, like in shock. Like, I can't believe it. Puts on the harness, and then, puts me up there, and, you know, the rest is history.
So it was completely random. Like Travis Scott was just pulling fans out of the crowd.
Yeah, like I literally knew like when the time was, and I was just like so willing. I was jumping on it, like just I knew I had to make a scene in order to do that.
Did you know the other kid that was up on the platform with you?
No, but he was a little scared up there. I could tell.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, he was like moving around, like not knowing what to do.
How high did it feel like you were up? Like,
Oh my god, dude! Like highest in the room, dude. Like you know, like it was unreal. You could see everyone in the stadium. Like it was like insane.
How were, like, I saw you didn't pull out your phone at all.
Yeah,
I
no.
was because I thought that you guys were random at first, like I said,
Yeah.
but you didn't pull out your phone at all, and I thought that was so cool because you were just living in
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah.
Like, that was something I specifically noticed. Was that a conscious decision you made, or?
It's funny you say that because, you know, me and my boys have been going to Travis concert for like probably the last 5 years, since like 2018. And the amount of times that I've tried to get on stage with him is like I've jumped barricades, like I've got kicked out of some of his concerts. Like every time someone gets on his stage and like takes their phone out, it's just like,
Just because of the vibe.
it's just like, fuck that, dude. Like I just like having that opportunity to go there. I just would want to live in the moment, you know?
And you know that everyone in the arena is like taking videos. You're gonna
Yeah.
your friends are gonna send you like 30 videos afterwards.
Yeah,
of,
that's
like,
exactly why my boy brought his like he's a photographer. Like he brought his camera. Like I knew that was gonna happen. Like I didn't want to take my phone out and like miss the moment. I mean, he's right next to me. Like I know he doesn't like when you take your phone out. Like
What was it like liability wise? Like obviously like putting you on, they strap you in and everything,
Yeah.
right? Like you're not falling off there, right?
yeah, oh yeah, you're not falling off. And I mean, the main reason, like he was telling me, one of the guys was like, you fuck up or you pull any shit, like you're getting brought down because they don't know if you're like drunk or on drugs and you jump off and, you know, sue the production company or Travis or anything like that. You know, like people are crazy, so like they harness you in and you're not getting out of there.
Did you have to like sign a waiver or anything, or did he just let you up there?
No, it was like a split. Like it was so fast. Like I went over, it happened, and I got off.
Did they make sure you were 18 or something?
No, just it was so fast. Like it was so fast.
That's crazy.
Wow.
What was it like aftermath? Did they just kind of like send you back to your seat, or like did they like keep you around somewhere for a little bit? Like
Oh, I mean, so like there was you know how like there was a VIP standing booth like,
Yeah.
right on the thing. So I just went up there. They let me like go up there. Like
because you were coming from the stage.
yeah, coming from the stage. I mean, they just thought I was someone, so I stayed up there for a little bit. Talked to a few like I don't know if there was relatives or something like that, but I talked to a few of those people, and then I just went on the pit, and I just stayed there with like a few of my boys because I couldn't get onto the pit anyways. I didn't have a wristband, and then I mean that resulted in me being fine going down there.
That's crazy.
What did your boys say afterwards? Because you've been going to shows with them for 5 years.
Oh my god, he was as soon as I came down, he's the first person I see. Kids like screaming my name for like kids like it was just like it was such like a magical moment because we've been trying to do that for a long time.
What do you think like the future of like Travis is? Because obviously like I think Utopia like was so like just kind of hyped up, and with the whole Astroworld thing, people didn't really know what like the concerts were gonna be like. What do you think like his future performances look like?
I think he's just gonna ride this wave of like the new. Like, I mean, you can tell like Utopia, like his music's different. You know, like I think he's just gonna ride this new wave of like, you know, like the rage and different. Like it's a different type of album. So
It's a little bit edgier.
yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
miss the days when he was kind of making the radio hits, I guess, if you want to call it that? Like,
I kind of like the like OG like. You know, he played Maria I'm Drunk when I was up there.
Yeah,
like
that's fire.
that's a fire song. Not everyone knows that too.
that's
you
like
know,
my favorite
Yeah.
Travis song.
like it was like I was like
He did that. He did like 3500, which is
Yeah.
good. That was
he did
that was a banger.
SDP.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one's like a TikTok song though. Everybody kind of like fucks
Yeah.
with that one now,
Yeah.
but and then like Mamacita is
Yeah.
like
Mamacita was
that's
good.
like the OG Travis like concert rager. Like the
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
mosh
dude.
pit just like there's a video of that in like some festival I think in like Europe, and the crowd is just going. It's like
Yeah, when he's on
100,000
the
people.
fire hydrant.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the coolest video.
I was disappointed he didn't do Antidote. Like, I went on Spotify
Yeah,
and I
no.
found like I always go on and I find the set list so I can kind of follow along.
Yeah.
And it was coming up, and he just skipped right over it. So, fucking Chase B.
Yeah, it was one of those fiend takes.
Yeah, I
Took
know.
antidote.
Did you guys go to the after party after?
I did.
Night
So
Live?
he didn't show up till like Chase B
Oh,
probably
yeah.
showed up at like 1:30, and then Travis went on at like 1:35, and then he played Fiend 3 times in a row there too.
Yeah, I went there too, and I did. I knew it was. I mean, it's a nightclub, so it's not
Mhm.
gonna be as crazy as like the
Right.
concert. But yeah, I mean, I like that he does that stuff though. It's like, It's pretty.
A lot of rappers wouldn't show up. Like Lil Wayne always gets these club appearances.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know who else, but these guys never show, or they just send their DJ, their Chase B. But it was cool that Travis actually played. So.
What was your favorite, like you mentioned, like going to Travis shows since like 2018? Like what's your favorite like show or like experience you've had? Like
I mean, that's got to be the best experience I've had, honestly, because I mean, I've been
Hard
trying to
to
do
top
that.
that.
Yeah, it's hard to top that. I mean, but yeah, I've been to a few Rolling Louds that he's headlined, and I mean, those are pretty crazy. You know, like I went to the last Astroworld set that he's ever done. That was a pretty good.
where was that?
That was in Miami.
Okay.
Like this last summer. So
Oh,
before
shit,
that one
really?
came out, yeah.
Okay.
But like, yeah, New York. I've been there. He's pretty good. He was really fun there.
Was that Rolling Loud in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was right before Astroworld
Yeah.
Festival.
Right before festival.
Which-
It was a week before the Astroworld
Yeah,
Festival.
because my cousin went to that, and then I was at Astroworld, and I flew back to New York after. My cousin was like, "Oh, like it wasn't." Well, he was like, "Oh, like Travis was crazy at Rolling Loud." I was like, "Well, it was a whole different type
It's-
of crazy at in Houston, like with 100,000 people of just his fans there."
It's crazy that like you can I would think to myself, like, if I was in that situation, like I feel like I could get out, but you just don't. You can't imagine yourself in that situation of like all those people being on top of each other. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'll like run it like from my perspective. Like it was first, so that was the first time I would ever see Travis. Like I was supposed to go to one of his Astroworld tour shows, and it got canceled when I was like in high school. So that was the first time I was going to him, and I'm this huge Travis fan, like my favorite artist, and it's his festival. So I'm like, okay, shit. Fly down to Houston, meet up with one of my boys. The day before, we went to his like softball classic, which was sick. It was like at Minute Maid Park a week after the Astros won the World Series. So we were in there, and then the next day we get up early and we just like go to the fairgrounds. We're staying across the street, go in, like get a bunch of merch. Like you do everything. You wait in the
Yeah.
merch lines, go see like Don Toliver, like SZA was playing, like all like it was like I think like Bad Bunny was fucking playing there. I think he was the next day. I think he got canceled. His set got canceled, but people were lining up. Like it was like 2 or 3 like main stages, and then Travis's stage,
Yeah.
and his was like off limits the whole day. Like people were just lining up. No one was playing there the whole day, and it was like all these mountains, and like people would just like skip on like other performances just to like wait and see his and get like a spot in front, and so like. His set was maybe like 8 o'clock, let's call it. Like I showed up at like 6:30, an hour and a half before. So many people there. Like I'm like all the way in the back. I'm with my boy, and I'm like, all right, we'll probably like see each other after. Like we're probably just gonna try to get up front, and we're not gonna be together. The second his shit like comes on, it was like highest in the room that he like came onto, like that it just opened up, and I'm just like running, like I'll like get in like the circle, like the mosh pit, I'll run across, and I'll just get like kind of leapfrogging up closer to the stage. And I have videos of it and like pictures, like I ended up probably like 15, 20 feet from the stage, where like I started back, like probably behind everything happened on the left side, and then I ended up in front of it. So like there was one point though I was probably in that section.
Did you hear like this? Like
No,
you
nothing.
didn't hear anything.
Nothing.
I mean,
literally-
yeah, Travis gets a lot of blame for not hearing it. You can't blame.
You can't hear-
his earpieces in.
No,
And,
not
yeah.
at all. Like I didn't hear anything, and like it was like the one thing that I would say, 90210 came on, which is like my favorite song, comes on, and like he's never gonna perform the whole song because it's like a long
Yeah.
song, but he like stopped it like kind of halfway through, and he's like, whoa, he's like, there's an ambulance in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what? And I have a video. I was like recording it, and I was like, and everybody around me was like, come on, like what, like, and so like looking back, like I guess that was kind of like one of the signs, like that something was happening.
Yeah.
Can't really
But-
avoid the flashing lights.
Yeah, you can't like. First of all, we didn't see it. It was like all the way over on a different side, and
It was like a little. It was to the right.
that was on
like
the right
middle.
side.
Yeah.
Yep. So that like whatever, and then he just keeps going. It's like.
Yeah.
First of all, I expected it to be crazy. I was like, first of all, like I'm built for like a mosh pit. I'm a big dude. Like I'm like good. And this is Travis. Like I know, like I have to like prepare myself for this. I'm not like fucking around, just like falling asleep, like whatever. So then, yeah, Drake comes on. It was crazy, and he did a good job of ending the show too. Like for me, not knowing anything happened, he played Antidote last, which is like
Yeah.
normally how he ends it, and I just thought it ended a little bit early. But I think if he had abruptly ended it, it would have been worse because then people like me that were like, you know, gone there, didn't know anything happened, they would have been like, what's going on? And then, you know, Travis Scott fans, little riot act, like it would have been kind of crazy. So he ended the show. I bumped into my friend right when he ended it, which was crazy. Like during Antidote, we bumped into each other, which was wild. And then we're walking back to our hotel, and I was like, damn, that was like so sick. It was like on cloud nine. I was like, just felt so good. And someone was like, yeah, like someone walking was like, yeah, like I heard people died in there. And I was like, no way. Like there's no way. I like laughed it off almost. And then my dad called me because he was like, he knew I was there. He was like, that looked sick. Like I watched the live stream. That was really cool. I was like, yeah, it was a great time. I'm going back to my hotel. He like knew I was good. And then I get back to the hotel and I go on like Twitter and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was on the news too.
Yeah, it was on everything.
It's nuts.
And I was up till like 3-4 a.m. probably just like reading stuff. They canceled day 2 and Houston's an hour behind like East Coast. So like I was up really late and then I slept in. I woke up to my phone just being blown up by like every single person I know and like family members because I had like posted stories and stuff. I was like, I'm in Astroworld, yeah. And I was like so close, but nah, I ended up just flying back to New York then the next day. I was like, I can't, like, I don't know, my family was like tweaking. But,
yeah, it's just such a fucked up situation.
yeah. But I'm glad to like have seen him again. Everything was good. I think there's a lot of like I'm even surprised like stuff like bringing like fans on and like the little things that like he's doing still that like I respect him for, but like I'm surprised that like he's still doing it because any little thing that happens, like he'll get fucked. Like,
yeah. Andy's like a really big like person right now, so it's like I mean, I think it's like nice that he still brings up fans. Like he still brings that energy like where he like, you know, he cares about them and he wants them to have a good time. So I mean, I think it's like a good like tradition that he does on each show.
Totally.
And like it's kind of like breaking the rules. Like if you run up on his stage, all the, you know, the security's gonna grab you, but like no, he's gonna let you stay on. It's like I feel like that's like the main reason why a lot of people like fuck with him like that.
Definitely, yeah. Hopefully he always stays like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
cool. I think it was perfect.
Yeah, of course.
We'll see you. Are you gonna go to the January 12th one too, or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
you'll be there?
Yeah, maybe hit another one, round 2.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be there.
I won't be there. I was shut down with Fiend.
I'm down to go though.
Too much Fiend for you last time?
Yeah, dude. Dude, it was a weird crowd. I was sitting next to like 14-year-old girls. So it was like 2 14-year-old girls and then me and my girlfriend. And then next to me, it was one of the girls' brothers, their mother, their father, and their grandmother. Okay? So like these girls are on one side of us, just the way the tickets worked out. So it was probably better. But then, you know how Travis was like, all right, everybody put your middle fingers to the sky. These girls are like looking over at their mom and grandma, like seeing if their mom's looking. And then they did it, but they're kind of like being very meek about it. And it was just, I don't know, weird crowd, a lot of parents there, very young.
It was a weird crowd.
And it was just, I don't know. I was expecting something different. I was hoping for some more throwbacks and, you know, more people my age. But I guess that's just me being, like, old and boring.
The energy in there was, like, crazy, though. I mean, half the place had their shirts off, and even in the loge, like in the balcony.
Yeah, that last view of it, like in the corner.
It was
pretty
that energy it was jumping.
Yeah.
It was jumping.
Cause like normally he was picking out one guy from like each angle, but then he's like, all right, all you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But, thanks,
all
man.
right. We'll see
Yeah,
you
of course.
January 12th.
Of course.